The C-2 Hercules Starlifter, a civilian heavy transport ship manufactured by Crusader Industries. With a mighty frame and sleek design, this ship is amazing for many uses in Star Citizen and is one of the best at some of them. One of the main uses of this ship is being cargo hauling at the moment. This is because it carries a substantial 696 SCU of cargo inside, which is one of, if not the most a ship can carry at the moment, depending on what you class as in the game that is. It can also even fit a Nova tank in its cargo bay, utilising its mighty sized ramp, which is impressive just on its own really. It has an elevator built in to help traverse the floors of this ship, which just shows its size compared to subordinate ships. There are a couple of variants of this ship also, this being the A2 and M2, a bomber and a military variant, but I will cover these in another video. Now that's enough chit chat, so it's time for the ship tour. Now, starting off from the rear of the ship, and entering through using one of the cargo ramps this ship has to offer. We could have taken the elevator straight up, but I wanted to show off the cargo hold first. Just look at how big this ramp is though, absolutely massive, and it only gets bigger when we go inside. Closing up the ramp quickly, but looking behind me, absolutely massive. We could hold many different Nova tanks in here and even some other spacecraft if you wanted to. This is like your carrier in Star Citizen at the moment if you wanted one. Over on the other side, we have the second ramp, another giant gateway onto this ship. Opening this one up, you can see the mechanism here. But they have a ramp, so now moving towards the elevator, but just to the right of it we have a ladder which can also take you towards the upper floor, just in case the power went out or a scenario like that. Entering through these doors and of the elevator, you can see we can go to the top floor or exit. Taking the trip up, oh yeah, look at all the smoke there, very nice graphics, but going up to the top. Just exiting now, and as you can see, the ladder there is just to our left, but moving away from this and down, if I look behind me, there's a long corridor. We move towards a recreational area just down here. Opening up the door, well it's already open, but inside here we have storage, ornaments, a TV, and quite a few seats. Food storage here and countertops either side. Another countertop, and to our left is lots of seating. To the right more ornaments, and to the left is our exit or entrance way. Quite a nice little room to chill in though, and to the right of the door we have what looks to be an engineering area and modules access. A useless area at this point in time unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Looks pretty cool nonetheless. It is also identical over the other side if I just walk over there, taking the small kind of bridge. As you can see, completely identical, just modules in the engine room. But just at this door here we have access to the habitation room. The two sides are basically identical inside the habitation room, but as you can see we have two lockers. Opening these ones up. One desk to the left. And one bed to the right. There is also a bathroom on each side, one for each person. It's very nice indeed. There is no toilet roll holder though, which is not the best. As you can see though, identical on this side as it is on the other side. Now that's it for the habitation rooms. I feel like they could have done two separate or different rooms here, but it doesn't matter, it works as it is. Outside the door. And there is another door, as you can see. This gives us access closer towards the bridge. But all that's in here, just in this room here, all we have are just a module, some modules in here, not much really. That's kind of it. But going through the other door, and we go into what I would call the armory. We have two weapon closets either side, one for each person. Store loads of weapons here, primary, secondary. I don't know about big weapons, but you can definitely store the two other weapons, primary and secondary. As you can see, little gun stored in there. And there is also a escape pod and an EVA pod. Either side again. That's it though for the armory. And just entering in towards the bridge, and in front of us is 2 seats, which now makes the ship's amenities make sense when you think about it. To the right is a co-pilot seat to give you access to the 2 turrets top and bottom. It's nice that you can use both in one seat. And of course, to the left, the pilot seat. Sitting in here, we get pinged forward and hit with a bearable visibility, but nothing to be overwhelmed with. There's 4 LCD screens and quite a few buttons on the right side, nothing on the left though, or on the very middle or the control seat. So not too bad. The co-pilot also gets some buttons to control, but again, not too many, not very useful unless you're a pilot. So overall it's not a bad ship, but that's kind of it. Not too detailed the interior, but mostly for ship storage anyway, or mostly for ground storage anyway. So overall, not a bad ship. Before I move on to the price and overview, if you're still watching, be sure you like and subscribe as it does make me happy. Moving on, and time for the price of this ship. And starting off, you cannot buy it as a starter package or standalone ship at the moment, but when it is available as a standalone ship, which it will be at some point, it will be around about $400, £330 or €380, give or take. I may not be 100% correct. You cannot rent this ship, but it can be brought at Area 18 or Horizon for 4,925,500 AUEC, which is quite reasonable bearing in mind that the Caterpillar is only 238,900 AUEC cheaper and comes with lots less cargo space. These are all the paints that have been available to it. I think one of my favourites has to be the Timberline paint. I just love the orange in the back. But that's it for the price though, now it's time for the overview. This ship can accelerate extremely fast for its size. I mean, you won't notice it until you use it yourself, but it's really quick, trust me. It also has a VTOL feature when you press K, which makes the upward lift even quicker when you're taking off. Great for when you're on an atmosphered planet. It has 6 guns on this ship in total, each of them being M6A laser cannons, which I love, but many people prefer laser repeaters just for ease of use and the auto aim feature, kind of auto aim. The pilot can control 2 cannons and the co-pilot can control 2 turrets. Each of these turrets have 2 cannons on it, the same as the M6A laser cannons. I really like the fact that you can control both turrets from one seat. Like, you could have someone above you and then they go below you and you could just seamlessly be shooting them nearly the whole time, as you wouldn't have to stand up and change seats, you could just switch the turret. So it's very good for 2 people to fly this ship. I also love that you can carry ground vehicles in this ship. I mean, lots of them can do this, but this one just feels different with how spacey it is. Not trying to make it fit is required really, the ships or vehicles just go in no problem, no problems at all. It has a massive cargo capacity, so you could easily profit even whilst trading some of the lower quality products. There is not much to dislike about this ship, apart from the fact that maybe the top floor layout and features. There isn't much up there, apart from maybe the beds that you might use every once in a while and the gun rack. And whilst it's very spacey and gives Crusader vibes, it just feels like there could be a little more to look at. I know that the middle is used for storage, but I mean, you could go your whole game without needing to know that and you'd be completely fine. Maybe even something as simple as being able to see the cargo space from above would be likeable, but honestly, this is one of the only things I can think of. I bet there's a few more that people know, but I can't think of many more. It's a great all-around ship. But that's it for this video. I have to say I've loved doing this ship, and it's one of the first times I've used it, but enjoyed making it all the while. So thank you for watching.